An insurance company may cancel insurance for an individual for various reasons, including being convicted of DUI or DWI, loss of driving privileges, and insurance fraud. Once notified by the insurance company that the insurance coverage is being canceled, the owner should begin looking for other insurance coverage to avoid acquiring an insurance violation. The owner can do the following to avoid an insurance violation. Acquire insurance coverage without a lapse. Although OMV can search internal systems for insurance coverage, the owner should provide proof of insurance as compliance documentation. The owner may provide the insurance declaration page, policy, and/or the insurance card. Cancel the license plate. The vehicle owner may cancel the license plate in any OMV field office, participating PTA offices, or on expresslane.org. The plate must be canceled prior to date of the cancellation or less than 10 days from the date of the notice from OMV. It is recommended that the owner keep a copy of the confirmation of cancellation if the plate was canceled on expresslane.org. Remove the license plate. Specialty and personalized license plates may be transferred to other vehicles. Therefore, instead of canceling the plate, the owner may contact OMV to remove the plate from the vehicle record. Note that the owner must notify OMV, as simply removing the plate from the actual vehicle is not acceptable compliance. The plate must be removed prior to date of the cancellation or less than 10 days from the date of the notice from OMV. Transfer the vehicle. If the vehicle is transferred, such as the vehicle was sold, donated, or traded, the owner should notify OMV of the transfer. The owner may notify OMV in any field office, participating PTA offices, or on expresslane.org. The transfer date must be prior to the date of the cancellation or no more than 10 days from the cancellation date. Although OMV can search internal systems for the date for the transfer, the owner should provide proof of the transfer as compliance documentation. This can include, but is not limited to, a copy of the bill of sale, copy of completed title with reassignment, or an invoice showing the vehicle as a trade from the dealership. It is recommended that the owner keep a copy of the transfer notification if notified on expresslane.org. If the date of compliance is after the date of the insurance cancellation, an insurance cancellation violation may be placed on the vehicle owner's driver's license record and the vehicle record, and fees may be due. Let's take a look at an example. Julie went out one evening to a local bar. She had several drinks and decided to go home straight from the bar. Julie was stopped on her way home. The officer asked if she had been drinking, and Julie told the officer that she had a little to drink, but not enough to hinder her driving ability. The officer performed a field sobriety test on Julie, and Julie failed miserably. Julie was, then, arrested. Several months after Julie's arrest, her insurance company performed a driver's license record check, as they typically do for policy renewal. Upon review of Julie's record, the insurance finds the DWI and decides to cancel her insurance. The insurance company sent a letter to Julie, in the mail, giving her 30 days of coverage. After the 30 days, the insurance will cancel for all vehicles in Julie's name for the company. Julie receives the letter, but discards the letter, thinking that it was simply another piece of junk mail. Some time passes, and Julie receives a letter from the Office of Motor Vehicles stating that she now has an insurance violation on her record. In Julie's situation, the fees for an insurance cancellation will increase until she provides compliance and/or the time without insurance exceeds 90 days. Since Julie did not acquire insurance before or on the cancellation date, she will be charged fees based on the amount of time without insurance. However, to pay the fees, Julie must provide a method of compliance, as previously discussed. If Julie had multiple vehicles in her name and those vehicles were also canceled by the insurance company, Julie will owe fees for each vehicle. However, if Julie provides compliance for each vehicle, the fees may cap. In order to cap, Julie must do one of the following. Reinstate all cancellations on her driver's license record within a single day. Or enter into an installment agreement with OMV, specifically including all vehicles with an insurance violation within the installment agreement. It is important to note that any cancellations acquired after paying the fees or entering into the installment agreement will not qualify to fall within that cap. The cap for cancellation violations is $850 for individuals under 65 years of age, or $250 for individuals 65 years of age or older. Additionally, a $25 administration fee is charged on all cancellations. An individual may cancel insurance on a vehicle voluntarily for many reasons. This act would require the individual to report to the insurance agency that insurance is no longer needed or wanted for the vehicle. When the insurance is canceled, the insurance company reports the cancellation to OMV, including the driver's information and vehicle information. The primary owner's driver's license and the vehicle record will be flagged. OMV, then, notifies the vehicle owner of the added violation through the mail. The notice is referred to as the official notice. Let's take a look at an example. Sally has a 2023 Honda Accord. She can no longer afford the insurance on her vehicle, so she calls her insurance company to cancel the insurance. Sally keeps driving the vehicle, even without insurance, as she believes that the ticket will be much cheaper than the insurance. Fines for the insurance cancellation will increase the longer she goes without insurance. When canceling insurance on a vehicle, the vehicle owner should cancel the license plate prior to canceling the insurance to avoid any fines or fees. The license plate may be canceled in an OMV field office, at a participating public tag agency location, or online on expresslane.org. If the insurance was already canceled, the owner may stop the increase of fees by either turning in the license plate or acquiring insurance on the vehicle. In order to have the violation removed from the driver's license and vehicle record, the owner can pay the fee and supply compliance documentation. Fees are based on the date of cancellation to the date of compliance. Compliance can include, but is not limited to, canceling the license plate. The date of compliance is the date the plate was canceled and may be verified through internal systems. Proof of insurance acquired. The begin date for the policy is the date of compliance and may be verified through internal systems. Vehicle transferred, such as the vehicle was sold, donated, traded. The date of sale or donation is the date of compliance and may be verified through internal systems. Although dates of compliance may be verified through internal systems, the vehicle owner should still bring in any documentation to support the date of compliance. To cancel a plate on expresslane.org. First, visit expresslane.org. At the top of the screen, select Online Services. Scroll to the Vehicles section. Select Cancel Plate. Enter the VIN as it appears on the registration. Enter the license plate number in the Louisiana license plate field. Enter the owner's driver's license number in the DLN field. Enter the owner's name as it appears on the registration. Enter the zip code for the registered owner in the zip code of registered owner field. For an emailed receipt, enter an email address in the email field. Select Submit. Review the information. To proceed, select Submit. Select Exit to cancel without saving the changes. Select Print to print or save the receipt of the cancellation. Follow all necessary steps to print or save. Select Exit to return back to the Expresslane home page. First, let's define compulsory insurance violations. Louisiana law requires that all vehicles owned or leased and registered in Louisiana have evidence of liability insurance or some other type of security while being operated on any public road, street, or highway in this state. A compulsory insurance violation occurs when an insurance company has reported that an owner of a vehicle had a lapse in coverage or canceled insurance for a vehicle, which is referred to as an insurance cancellation. Or when an operator of a motor vehicle is unable to furnish evidence of liability insurance or some type of security at the time of an accident, traffic offense, or administrative violation checkpoint, which is referred to as a notice of violation or NOV. The NOV is added to the vehicle owner's record at the time of violation. The Office of Motor Vehicles, or OMV, strives to inform individuals when a compulsory insurance violation has been placed on the driver's license record and/or vehicle record by sending an official notice to the address on file. If a notice is not received, it is likely that OMV did not have the current or correct mailing address on the driver's license and/or vehicle record. If an individual does not have an accurate mailing address on the driver's license and/or vehicle registration record, the individual may visit any OMV field location or public tag agency to update the address, prior to the violation being placed on the record or after the violation has been removed. It is important to note that individuals may not update their address if their driver's license or registration has a violation or revocation. Individuals may indicate a mailing address if they receive mail at another location than the physical address. The vehicle registration is not automatically updated if the driver's license address is updated, as these are two separate transactions. Individuals may be unaware of the violation if the official notice was not delivered to the address, such as the notice was lost in the mail, or the official notice was discarded. The official notice sent by the Office of Motor Vehicles contains the following information: explanation of the purpose of the notice, including applicable Louisiana statutes. Description of how to clear or reinstate the individual's driver's license or vehicle record. Driver's license and vehicle information. Explanation of fees. And general notes. It is important for the individual to read the official notice to its entirety and to comply in a timely manner to avoid additional fees and/or consequences. If an individual changes insurance companies, the change from one insurance company to the other cannot exceed 1 day. The original insurance company will notify OMV that insurance was canceled if the individual changed companies. To avoid reinstatement fees, the vehicle owner must show insurance on the vehicle in the form of a declaration page, policy, or insurance card with an effective date of less than 1 day from the cancellation date of the previous insurance company. Let's take a look at an example. After receiving many quotes for insurance for his 2023 Chevrolet truck, Joseph decides to change insurance from ABC Insurance to XYZ Insurance, as he will save money with the XYZ Insurance. Joseph notifies ABC Insurance that he needs to cancel insurance on his truck effective December 31, 2024. He then calls XYZ Insurance and informs them that he needs insurance effective January 1, 2025. ABC Insurance notifies OMV that Joseph canceled his insurance on his truck. Joseph receives a notice in the mail stating that he has an insurance violation on his record from ABC Insurance. Joseph visits a local field office and shows the employee his insurance card with an effective date of January 1, 2025. Since Joseph had acceptable compliance within the 1-day time frame, Joseph did not face any penalties. The employee cleared his record without Joseph owing a fee. At times, individuals may simply encounter a lapse of insurance. Typically, a lapse of insurance occurs when an individual changes insurance companies or fails to pay the insurance premium on time. Some insurance companies may allow for a grace period, whereas others may not. Therefore, it is imperative that individuals pay their insurance premiums on time, or at the very least, as soon as possible. The amount of time without insurance is reported by the insurance company to OMV, and the reinstatement fee for the lapse is dependent on the amount of time without insurance. If up to 30 days, the fine is $125. If between 31 and 90 days, the fine is $275. If 91 days or more, the fine is $525. Note that if the policy lapses, all vehicles under the policy will be affected. Let's take a look at an example. Susan pays for her insurance through direct withdrawal, where the insurance company pulls the payment for the insurance premiums automatically from her bank account every first of the month. Susan changed banks and forgot to tell her insurance company about the change. On the 18th of the month, Susan notices that she has more money in her account than she expected. She finds that the insurance premium was not taken for the month. She calls her insurance company and provides them with the new bank information. The insurance company unfortunately does not have a grace period. Therefore, Susan had a lapse of insurance and owes $125. Susan visits the local field office, provides the employee with a new insurance card, and pays her fine.